time. Okay, it is live. Never mind. I was like, oh,
Yes,
hit the button.
we
I did
just
not
went
realize we hit the button.
live.
Yeah.
How is everybody today?
Doing great.
Good.
Just waiting
Happy
for
it's
you
Friday.
to pick this up.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Steph's happy it's
Yes.
Saturday.
Yay for
I
Saturday. Yay for the weekend. Happy weekend,
yeah.
everybody, no matter where you are.
Yeah, even
We
though it was
love
a shorter
weekends.
week, I was like, I need to go home.
Sometimes
Let's be
I
done.
almost think
Short-
it makes it worse.
Shorter weeks
Then you're
are
just like,
the
I'm so
worst.
done.
Yeah,
And it
'cause
throws off what day it is for you in your head. You're just like, what day am I?
Yeah.
What day is it?
Mhm.
Hello,
So
everyone.
let's run around and have everybody say hi. It's been a minute since I've had most of you on my channel. So go around, say hi, tell everybody who you are, and
Okay.
then we'll get into things.
Are we going in the order that we always go in?
Yes.
This is the
Around.
question I have to ask
Where we
now.
start with Izzy and end with Laura. Yes.
Okay.
clockwise
I have to
pattern,
ask because
please.
Heather yelled at me on the stream this last week. So I have to make sure I'm going in the right order.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Izzy from Happy for Now. I'm just so excited to talk about our reads for Love in the Night and one of the best demon books I've ever read, I think. The softest, at least.
Definitely the softest demon book I've ever read.
Yeah.
I mean, best in a very unique way. Let me put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Best soft book I've read recently. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm excited.
I'm Steph from the Novelty Corner. I basically used the readathon as therapy, so it was great.
Yay, therapy!
I know you were like
Binge read a
naming
stack of
books. I
books.
said, what?
22 by the
Oh my
end.
gosh.
22.
So many.
I was
Because
sick
she's
for
in
2 days, and then
lockdown.
I was in lockdown, so
Uh-huh.
I just read.
Oh my gosh.
And they're all very short.
Wow.
Very short books.
Dallas has a lot to say about this.
Oh.
Did Dallas enjoy the readathon?
Would you like to tell them how you felt about the readathon?
Now he's done.
No, he's done. I think he's done now.
Yeah. Okay.
You're next up anyway, my dear.
Well, we had a great time. Phoenix got fixed, so we were on the couch all weekend, and I still only managed to read 4 books, which I read during my work week. So, great. Best readathon ever. Great co-host.
By the way, that's Tamika from Library of Tomes.
Oh,
She
yeah,
forgot
that's
the
me.
introduction part.
Hi, I'm Tamika. I am Dallas. He is Dog of Tomes, number 1, and I have Dog of Tomes over here, number 2. It's great. Great luck over here.
And I guess I'm last. I'm Laura from Laura's Library Card, and I probably read the least finished the least because I'm a slow reader, but I had a really great time again reading more paranormal.
All right. And obviously, I'm Shay. This is my channel.
How did you get here otherwise? The real
Exactly.
question.
Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Live. She was having a rough medical day, and her kids just got out of school today, so she will not be joining us. But we still love her, and we're so glad that she joins and participates with us. And I think we're gonna be doing another round in the fall because I always have so much fun with these. So, what was your favorite thing that you read during the 8 days of the readathon?
I read Wolf Gone Wild by Juliet Cross, and that one was a real treat.
That one's on my list to get
So
read
fun.
soon.
I actually need to finish that still from the first
Hi.
round.
Highly recommend the audio.
I just
For
got
it.
the audio, so I will actually finish
Yeah?
it this time. I don't understand how to read with my eyeballs anymore. It's a thing that's happened.
I'm feeling the same, honestly.
So Dallas.
So
Yeah,
Dallas?
he's commiserating. Oh, he's commiserating with me. My favorite is a tie between Heart of Obsidian by Nalini Singh and Brother Song by TJ Klune. I think those two are kind of tied for different reasons. Like one I cried twice, and one was just like my favorite thing ever, which is like, I will kill everyone for you. It's fine.
I love those two books.
Mhm.
I
They're
think
both great.
what was my favorite? I think I really liked Blood Kissed by Kerry Arthur, which is Lizzie Grace book 1. And that may possibly be because it's set in Victoria and small town Victoria, which I recognize really well. But
Mhm.
it had witches and werewolves and a murder mystery plot. So I liked that one.
I like. I didn't read that one this time, but I read that. I liked it. Mine was the demon romance that I won't shut up about. Her Soul to Take. Now Phoenix is talking. I don't understand. Anyway,
They just want to be part of the live. It's
they
okay.
really do. Every time we're live.
They need their own live show.
Right?
We need a cam, like just of the
my
dogs.
goodness, Cam,
Bring your pet to the read along night.
absolutely. We need to do that. So I read
At
Her
some
Soul to
point,
Take.
one of my cats will probably pop in. Peas will probably pop in somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll probably visit.
Her Soul to Take was a dark demon book with cults, human sacrifice, and honestly, it was a really dark. There was needle play. Someone pierces someone's nipples. Shay, can I say these things on your channel? I'm sorry, I did not
Yeah,
even
you're fine.
think about it.
I'm over here cackling in my head at Ashley here. I'm just here to harass Heather.
It was a treat, delightful. Loved it.
I've only read that like one other time, I think.
And by the way, Tamika, I talk about Dick Fight Island on my channel. Of course, you can talk about those things. Let's be real here.
Mine's not going to be here in time for next week's read along, unfortunately.
It's sold out.
It's not
Dick
coming
Fight
till the
Island?
9th. Yeah, it's sold out till the 9th.
Do you
on
need me
Amazon.
to send you my copy?
Well, I was going to read it on my read it on Tuesday.
Oh.
A theme, like Heather said, we have to have a theme.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We are all here to harass Heather. You're correct. She wasn't even here when I was harassing her already about like which direction we introduce ourselves.
Right. All right, Laura.
I went first. I said Wolf
Oh
Gone
yeah,
Wild.
you did. Yeah, you did. My brain's tired today, guys. Sorry. I think my favorite was probably Wolf Song. I did read Wolf Song finally.
Yay!
Honestly, I didn't cry so much at the end, but there were parts like
It's
in the middle and leading
the middle.
up to what happened at the end that hit me way harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the end that does me in any of his books. The end of Raven Song, and then the
I was going to
novella
say the end
short
of Raven
story.
Song will probably get me because now I know who Raven Song's about, and so I'm planning on getting that very, very soon. I'm mostly neutral.
I started Raven Song, but I have not finished it. I forgot it to take it with me for Memorial Day weekend, and so I had to work on other electronic books, and then it's kind of sat there, and I'm like, I want to get to it, but also I'm like, I don't want to read it because it's so good,
Okay, so clearly I have to deal with this now that I've talked about it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Dick Fight Island is a manga about this group of people. They live on this island, and every 4 years they basically have this tournament where the person who wins at the end gets to lead the clan for the next 4 years, right? And so it's like 8 factions that come together to battle and decide on the next leader. So they do this because the last person, like the whole point is to get the other guy to come. So they all wear like armor over their dicks, and it is wild. It is bonkers.
They're like
I
up
laugh.
to here.
They're like so tall, and like their dicks are not that big. They're not. They're an average human being size. I'm gonna put that out there right now. But none of them wear pants, so their butts are hanging out everywhere. Like it's insane, but I love it.
Wait a minute.
Because it is like there's actually like a really like soft romance thrown in the middle of all this crazy, and it's so great. I just love it.
Wait a minute.
Do you want the cover?
Rewind.
Rewind.
So how do you win?
You get the other guy to come. You're not the one that comes.
That doesn't sound like you're winning.
I agree with you.
But like the whole thing, it's just so crazy. So yes.
Ayla. Aw, average
Oh my
size. Disappointing.
You would
would
recover,
recover.
Heather.
You would recover.
Fine.
Oh, Kayla, I love you.
Gold star comment right there.
Well, like, honestly, they're really pretty dicks. Like, they look really, really good. Like, the art is really fantastic.
I was sold when I found out it's only like 2 volumes, so I was like, all right, whatever. I have to own this.
You're even more interested now. I love you, Tori.
I'm
No,
gonna
like
have to read this
seriously,
next
I
time.
love this so much more than I should. Y'all need to read it by the end of June because that's the Thirsty Thursday pick for my manga book club. So you can all come talk with us. And we're doing it on Dylan's channel.
Oh, perfect.
So it's gonna be amazing.
You have to remind me before so I remember to go to that one.
Okay, I will.
Caleb's just calling you out.
It's called not because it's
And this is why you are my people. I love you all so much.
I'm gonna need that to not happen.
Okay. So, anyways, now that has been defined, everybody knows what it is. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought the topic
Um,
was Stick Fight Island.
No,
It's
the
always
topic
something's
at
in
hand
hand.
is Deal with the Demon by Chase Verity. That was our group pick this time. We've ended up with softer paranormals for both of our picks so far, so that might end up being a theme. I don't know. We'll figure things out. But this time we chose a demon one. Like
Mhm.
a bunch had 3 of you already read it before we picked it. I know Steph had and Izzy had. I thought Tamika had too. Okay.
Mhm.
So, oh my gosh, I need to read this book so bad. Sorry. It is a paranormal, so we're still kind of on topic. But I love Gina Showalter's paranormals. But yeah, anyways. In this one, we have this woman who has been working 2 jobs. She's a single mom and she's losing one of her jobs and is just down on her luck. And she keeps getting this like postcard with a QR code, like basically saying, hey, do you want success? Scan this code. And so like she finally gets around to doing it and it summons a demon to her house. And so she has the demon basically like take care of her kids and the house so that she can work 2 jobs. And it's crazy, but so adorable. So why? I guess I should ask those who had read it before. Why did you want us to do this? I know Tamika wanted a demon book because she didn't love shifters. So that was a big reason why Tamika was like, let's do this one.
Thank you for answering for me because Phoenix is probably trying to eat my hand. There she goes.
I know for me, I knew when I read it at the beginning of the year, it was so good. And I was like, I think it would be a really one that people might not pick up. Even though like I've talked about it extensively and a couple other people have like since picked it up and read it. Because I read it in January. I did not reread it for this because it's too soon for me. But yeah, I picked it up then and was like, holy crap. This is like one of the best demon books I've read. Like I could rec this to anybody pretty much.
Mhm.
As long as like you're open to the idea of a demon house husband.
Mhm.
And that was part. And I like that we've done novellas every time. So for me, I was like, I know it's good. Like I know we're all going to enjoy it.
And it's like a 0 pressure thing when we do a novella because
Exactly.
even if you're a really busy person and you only read 1 book for the week, if it's the group book, then you've got a novella and you're good to go.
Plus, they're a non-binary author. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, and have a ton of other stuff that's like in KU. So I was like, if people like this book, they have a lot more to explore, which I think is always nice.
Mhm.
Mhm. I like the writing style quite a bit.
I did too, honestly. That was like one of the big selling points for me. I'm like,
Mhm.
the writing style is really fantastic. I mean, we have a cinnamon roll demon making literal cinnamon rolls.
Mhm.
I mean, like, it was just so pure and so sweet. I really enjoyed it. More than I was expecting to, honestly. I expected it to be somewhere in the middle, about a 3-star. But I ended up giving it 4 stars. I really had a good time with it. Like I would read it again.
Hmm.
I really like that we had a queer character in here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that our heroine was queer, and I love that, she had kids who were questioning their feelings, and she was able to just have a very candid conversation, and it was
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. I like that element a lot, was the parental aspect. I thought when we first were going in, I was like, how much of the kid's going to be in here? I think we've all had conversation before that sometimes kids in romance is not great.
Yeah.
But I really like that element. I think that she was a great mom, and she really appreciated the like sibling dynamic that they had. And I loved all those elements.
I felt like it was the appropriate amount of kids.
Mhm.
Because sometimes the kids take over the entire plot, or they're basically non-existent. So I felt like this had the right balance where the kids were around enough.
Well, and they were old enough that they didn't
and they
have
were-
to be around constantly to be like, wait,
Exactly.
where are
Yeah.
the children?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like it's
All
a
this
5-year-old
adventure
where
and
it's
these
like,
kids are
where is the
unsupervised.
child while you're banging in the other room? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
come on. Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
It felt accurate to
It was
me.
very cute.
Like,
It felt like this demon literally just kind of stepped into their life, and even though he was all, demon looking, he was basically just another human in the household and had very similar thoughts and like just fit into her parenting style, and that worked really well for me, for a novella especially.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, lots packed in here for 100 pages.
Mhm. And see,
Neat.
like on this, like, of course, teenagers are going to be annoying. Teenagers are annoying.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I felt like that was
Yeah.
just so on point and so real that I was okay with it.
Well, I think the whole thing's very grounded in reality. It's very relatable.
Hmm
If you
Yeah,
take
I
out the
love that
demon.
her choice
Yeah.
wasn't to like put him on the internet to make all this money or
Yeah.
that. It was just like, hey, will you watch my kids so I can do this
Yeah.
other job?
And he
Yeah.
just didn't know what to do with the information either, and that just made me love him even more because he's
Mhm.
like, wait, what? Are you sure you don't just want to take a picture and make a bunch of money and I'll go away? Like,
Yeah.
I just thought it
Mhm.
was so sweet that success looked like something different, and I love that he had a feeling she would be different.
Mhm.
Like that
Yeah.
was the part that stuck out, is he had that intuition because he'd been aware of her for a while, and it was just so sweet. It just made my heart all warm and gooey inside, and it was just a nice break from all the other things because I was reading things like IAD during that week, so having deal with the demon was a great, nice break.
Mhm.
It was the warm hug of a book. That's how I
Oh, it
describe
is.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm. For me, it's not as much of a warm hug as like House in the Cerulean Sea, because people use that very heavily when
Yeah.
describing that book. But it's very similar. It just gives you all the happy feelings. Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just a sweet, nice
Low
story.
angst.
Yeah.
And
I felt like we
sometimes
all
low
needed
angst
something
is
low angst
exactly
too.
what I
Like, I
need.
didn't.
Yep.
I don't feel like a group book that is like, I don't know. I don't want to read like a long thing or something that's like overly angsty because like not everybody likes angst. I have to
Yeah.
be in a certain mood for it. I wanted like, I don't know. We were like tossing around like Jack Harbin's His Beauty, I think, as one of them, and I was like, yeah, but that's still like it's good. I really like that book, but I was
Yeah.
like, it's not as like warm and fuzzy.
Agreed
No.
with Tori. I love how the friendship between the kids and the demon developed as well, because it felt very organic. Like initially they were like, "Oh my gosh, cool," but then they like actually got to know him and like responded to him really well. I really liked that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Right.
hmm
And I liked that that he kind of consistently was like, I'm here to help you. Take a nap. Like he kept encouraging her for her own self-care. And I felt like that. And he was like, I know you don't need me to walk you home from the bus stop, but you can call me and I'll be here for you. And I really enjoyed those encouragements.
Right, because she's not used to relying on another person or another human being. Like she's so used to having to do it all on her own. He was able to remind her, it's like, I want to do these things for you. And she's like, oh, well, okay then. And she was on board with it. And I really, really liked that. I'm
That
trying
felt
to like,
realistic to me, I think too. You know, like as far as like being in a relationship, like often that's what it is. It's
I was that person in the relationship. Like my husband was all about, even when we were first dating, he was very much like already acting like a partner and having me
Mhm.
rely on him. And that was so foreign because I had been married to someone before that, you know, didn't want responsibility. And so I kind of
Yeah.
carried everything. And so
But
it's
I feel
just
like,
so nice
you know,
to
a
have
good
that.
relationship is that give and take of like sometimes you take turns on having responsibility. Sometimes it's, you know, I've got a lot going on and I need you to pick up this and that, and you do, and you like you trade off, and there's give and take without it being like overbearing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I also really liked the element of Heidi developing a friendship with the
Mm.
older lady at the hospital,
Mhm.
because it felt like in a lot of respects Heidi was very alone. Like you said, she was missing that feeling of having a partner, of having help, and I think that just making a connection that was a friendship really helped her socially.
I think so too, because it gave her something for herself, because she's given so much of herself to her kids, to her jobs, to have this one person want to spend time with her just to spend time with her
Mm-hmm.
and not expect anything from her other than companionship was exactly what she needed. So success just looked very different. And she just had the ability, this friend of hers, after they'd formed this friendship, to be able to offer her a job that gave her a lot more freedom at home. And it was just it was success packaged differently, and I love that it came across that way.
Yeah.
I don't think we get enough books where success does look just like getting through the day
Right.
and being confident and capable and having what you need rather than just what you want to have as an ideal.
Right.
Yeah.
Tamika, do you have thoughts now that your gremlin is not biting you?
My gremlin is now screaming in the crate, so
She really said no.
Maybe.
I can't even focus where we're at. What's going on? I'm lost.
We're talking about what we thought about Deal with the Demon.
Mhm.
I loved it. It was very cute. I like the queer characters. I loved how soft the demon was.
Yeah.
I loved that he was that's all she wanted. She's like, hey, hit me out. Because I'm like, I wish I could do that with my dogs. Someone come take them. Like,
Someone come take him on a walk for 30 minutes while I talk to my friends.
please.
No, it's just, I really liked how they really were able to form a friendship before it became romantic as well, even though we were only within a novella, because in real life, that's more realistic as to how it would probably happen. So I really, really enjoyed that.
I agree with this little comment here. I felt like that element was dropped, but he does end up coming back. So,
right.
Yeah, that would have been a nice addition. I still was good with how it ended. I was like, this is all good. This all time. It makes sense. It works.
Right. I agree. And and he wasn't gone very long as well. And so I think that helped as well. It's not like it's 5 years later and he's back. Like, it was a very short amount of time. And so I was okay with that. But yeah. Any other thoughts about Deal with the Demon?
Just thinking, I overall liked how the kids named him.
Yeah, I did like that as well. That the kids were the ones to name him, and the fact that he came in without a name and they gave him a name and a place to call home and stuff. It was just, just makes my heart warm. Gushy one feelings oozing from my heart, man.
Yeah, I agree with Bethany.
I would have loved
I was surprised.
Like a flashback or like an epilogue is the flashback of him like seeing her.
Yeah.
And like
that element had surprised me where he's like, I've been in love with you this whole time. I was like, oh, I had not expected that. I knew that he had like picked her specifically, but
Right.
I don't. Yeah,
Just
don't
to
know, I'm one
flesh
of the-
that out a little bit more. Just
I
give
was
me
fine with
another
it.
chapter,
Like, I don't
a
need,
second
like-
epilogue.
I was going to say, I'm one of those people who, like, with a novella, if you set up the story well enough, like
Mhm.
that sort of stuff, I'm happy to let my mind fill in sort of the gaps for that.
Yeah.
And
I'm the same way, Steph. But like for me, it worked better in a way that it was kind of left for me. I don't know. But it's 100 pages, so like that I go
Yeah.
in thinking like I'm not
Right.
going to get this full
Yeah.
developed,
Like I say,
as developed of a
it's like
plot.
it's,
They-
yeah,
had decided to add anything, that would have been the one thing. I would,
Mhm.
yeah.
but I was fine with it the way it was. Like,
But I
thought
think
it
it would have
was really
suffered
good.
too if it was too much longer at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that's the hard balance with novellas.
That's why I'm like, if you just gave me one more chapter that was a flashback from his perspective, seeing her the first time, that would have been enough for me. Like that was the only piece I would have liked to see that I
Mm.
didn't.
Go to Mika.
I can't. She's barking again.
Okay. never mind. I was like, I saw you on mute. So I was like, oh, you talk.
Or we could have a novella from his perspective.
Yeah, you never know. She could
I
do
could
that.
do that.
That'd be nice. I would read that.
So would I.
Well,
mean,
yeah,
I'm
I
fully ready
definitely
to
want to hunt
explore her
down more
backlist.
from this author because I really enjoyed the writing style.
I
And I had
know.
a really good time.
Yeah.
Heather read The Minotaur, The Masked Minotaur. I bought it. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I've got it. I haven't read it.
I
What
think
did you
she liked
of
it.
that, Heather. You'll have
She's
to tell.
here. Yeah,
Mhm.
she may have bailed.
Outside of that, like how many titles were you able to do? Did you feel like 8 days was long enough or too long? Tell me those things. I want the feedback for future rounds.
I thought that 8 days was too much.
Okay.
By day 5, I was like, oh my god, I don't think I could read another paranormal romance.
But you'd been reading paranormal for almost a month before that. Let's be real
Yeah.
here.
But I also am the type of person that like I can't read more than like 5 in a row before.
Okay, you've only just learned this though.
Yeah, I just realized this. I
Well,
apparently
I think you could do 8 days if you like actually like read a paranormal, read something else, read a paranormal, read something else, and like alternated more. Probably, I liked the 8 days personally
Same.
because I felt like I wasn't. I didn't. I only read 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and I started a day late because I was wrapping up my Shay Picks my TBR on Monday. So I was
That's
like,
okay. I still love you.
I was scrambling to finish it. Well, it was funny because I was wrapping up paranormal books on Monday to then. I was great on my time. It happens. It's fine. But I still read 5 books, which I felt like was good. And I also like I didn't feel like if I wanted to read something else, I couldn't because it was only a weekend or it was only a day or two. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I could still dip out and read a different genre if I wanted or if I needed a break
Mhm.
with like no pressure. And I stopped myself early because I started my IAD rereads for the live.
Mhm.
And
But
then
you totally could have counted for your further readers.
Which is paranormal.
I know. Well, I just like it wasn't on my TBR necessarily, so I was just like, we'll shift and go to that blog now.
Well, like
But
I read most things that were on my TBR. There was only one that I didn't, but I read a lot that wasn't on my TBR. So,
Mhm.
but I did a very light TBR because I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel. So,
yeah, that too. I felt like if I had a day that was an off day, I didn't feel screwed in my TBR, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I liked the 8 days length, but for me, my Memorial Day weekend was packed full of family, so I got not much done that weekend.
and see, I think like on another year, I wouldn't. I would be busier over Memorial Day weekend, but this year with my hand and stuff, I was like, I've even been banned from chores. Like, I'm just gonna sit and read.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I read everything off my TBR and then just added. But that's because I started reading Spell of Desire and decided to just binge read the entire series.
That's right. It's so good. I think I swapped my webtoon because I was liking Thurgy a lot and then I didn't want to like blow through it.
You know,
Kind of like-
it. Mhm.
Yeah, so it was one of those ones where I was like, I would like to take my time with this one. So I switched to the Maid and the Vampire, which is like a Korean webtoon. And that worked. And then I added actually I added a book because I read Bite Maker, the Omegaverse manga. So
Yeah.
Wow.
that
The fact that we're getting Omegaverse manga has me like
it was
feeling
interesting.
good,
I don't have
but-
final thoughts until we have at least like 2 more volumes probably
Right,
on it, if it's worth
exactly.
it.
Because, like, for me, I ended up doing a lot more audio than I
Mhm.
originally thought I was going to over the course of the readathon, just because of my hand. Like, even physically holding books was weird because my grip was off,
Mhm.
and I'm still a little bit numb. I'm going to the doctor Monday. Like, I'm gonna get it fixed. But so I ended up listening to an entire paranormal series that was all short. And then I listened to 3 Immortals After Dark books. So I listened to 7 books over the 8 days,
Wow.
which was
Well
odd.
done.
It was a
That's
lot.
a lot.
But they were all short, and I was listening to them on like 2 times speed, 2.5 sometimes. So yeah. The only one I swapped, I was going to read Last Guard by Neilani Singh, which is the next I Changeling book. And I wanted to give that book time to like breathe with me. I didn't want to rush it.
Mm.
And so I opted to not do it. And I read Moonstruck, which was a witchy comic instead
Mhm.
for the different format, because that's what I was using it for. So
How'd you like Moonstruck?
it was so cute. I loved the first volume. I'm definitely going to pick up more. I'm really excited. It was really sweet. Because I felt like there was a realistic representation of a relationship in there.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like all of the characters, like there was this centaur who was like flirting with just this big like beast kind of dude. Like he was all big and
Mhm.
hulky. And it was just really cute. I really, really liked it.
It is on Hoopla. Yay, cool.
But yeah, I plan on reading more of that. I think Ashley from Bookish Realm was the one that recommended that one to me. if
Yeah,
I
I've seen it
remember
a
right.
couple times. I kept forgetting to look up if Hoopla had it because that's how I like to read a lot of digital comics.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Which series was it, Tracy?
Yeah, please do
Whole
tell us.
series.
But yeah, I did not expect to listen to 3 Immortals After Dark books
Yeah.
last week. And I've just kept going. I listened to another 2. I'm on my 3rd one now. So it's just happening finally. So
There comes a point I feel like in those first ones where you either get sucked in or you're out. So
yeah.
you obviously got sucked in. But with you liking Kristen Feehan, I feel like Cressley is right up your alley.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same time.
Oh yeah.
Or you read book 11 and come back because Lothair.
I'll be to Lothair very soon. 'Cause
I read
I'm
Lothair for the
currently
readathon.
listening to Untouchable. So I'm getting really
Okay.
close.
You are
Yeah.
getting close.
I told you. I
you're
listened
gonna
to
the
ID
icicle.
books last week.
The icicle. No. Oh God.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on.
Yeah, the icicle.
It's
Mm-mm.
weird.
It is. It's before Frozen, which makes it even funnier to me. Because the entire time I listened to that book, because she's like an ice maiden, I'm just like, let it go. That's all that's going through my head the whole book. And I'm like, and then the icicle happens, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with this book.
Alpha
All
Mellow
right.
Happy Read.
I thought that Wolf Gone Wild, the shifter Mateo, he was like, he had that alpha side to him, but it was kind of light. And for the most part, he is just kind of happy and encouraging to our main character. So I enjoyed that one. Don't know if he's officially an alpha mellow though.
Trying to think of all my alpha mellows. Which one do I want to recommend today?
I have to go to Goodreads and look at my list. This is not a thing I can just pull out.
I honestly feel like Pharaoh from Dark Song by Christine Feehan is an alpha mellow because he's very.
Yeah, he is.
I would
would
say
agree.
he's an alpha mellow, but I'm like a diehard lover of that book, so I try to recommend it every time that I can.
No, I don't disagree with you. He is an alpha mellow.
So it was
I
a
got
reverse
nothing, Heather.
harem that Tracy read.
Okay,
Okay.
onto my TBR that goes.
Well, then
You read it all in a week. I
Heather, are
mean,
you not wanting paranormal? I was trying to stick to my paranormal alpha mellows.
I
do you-
also think Don't Hex and Drive has an alpha mellow hero.
what about Talia
kind of,
Hibbert?
it's very
She has
similar.
quite a few alpha
Yeah,
mellow
Yeah.
heroes.
most of Talia Hibbert's are alpha mellows.
Yeah.
If you've not read those. Trying to think.
I mean, I can give you a sociopath. I just read that. Like, I'm in the opposite reading space. I'm like, give me the murderer, sociopaths. Like, you know, I just
No
Isn't there-
paranormal, no mafia.
Isn't there like a mafia readathon happening
yeah.
This weekend.
shortly?
But
Right now.
Yeah, it's going on right now.
what if we give you a mafia that is someone you've read before, but it's a new pen name because I won't shut up about it and it's Reverse Harem?
Ooh, it is good. It is
It's
good.
free right now. You sign up for her newsletter.
It's good. It's
She
really
wants
good.
shorter, so we're
Gosh.
looking like alpha
Heather's
mellow.
Heather's
and
being
novella,
too
not
particular.
paranormal, not mafia.
Heather, go read the Lilith Vincent's Reverse Harem prologue. Shay, this book is not for you.
No.
Probably not
No.
for you either, Steph.
Or you-
Probably not for you either, Laura, honestly.
No.
To be fair, probably the only ones on this chat this book is for.
Which, hang on, which one is it?
Lilith
It's
Vincent's.
Annabelle's pen name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked about it in my wrap up, and so did Tamika. It's Promised in Blood.
It's delightful. It's so good.
I'm real excited.
Book 1 comes out in July. Book 2 comes out in September. We don't have a release date for book 3, but there's going to be cliffhangers at every single one of them.
But yeah, probably not for
forget
most
which-
people in this.
Which
this
Brianna Hale
Yeah.
you told me to start with.
Not this one.
No.
Not
I'm
this one.
trying to remember. I know you told me. I just don't
Ringmaster.
remember what it is right now.
Ringmaster.
That one.
Ringmaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can go ahead and start it now and see what you're going to get yourself into. All I'm saying, Heather, is I'm providing what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Fake fans.
Wow, Heather.
Heather, I have had a time watching Cosmo lately, so you calm it down.
I am behind, but that is only because I've been on my computer all day, every day,
Mhm.
and I need a break.
It's okay. I'm not sleeping, so I'm also behind on content. I'm like one love
Yikes.
night a day, and then I'm like, okay, I have to try and sleep, and then I try and sleep. Heather, I'll DM you later. I have to think.
Yeah, same here. I got to think of my short ones.
Well, I'll tell you not
I've
to
got
read
plenty that are
Article of
long,
Charity
but
B. I'm telling her not to read the Charity B book because no, apparently Ashley didn't know how to listen to me.
Heather, you should read the Charity B book called R.I.P. That's what you should do.
I did.
Oh, I just
watch
don't like
it.
you, Heather.
Laura.
I'm sorry. I will remedy that immediately. As soon as we're done being live, I will just go and immediately watch at normal speed.
You said you don't like her, so I better see you in the comments of a video being like, I'm here, but I don't like you.
That's fine with me.
We'll go down.
Literally the last person I expect to be like, it's fine, I don't like you, is Laura.
Oh. I love my people.
Poor Heather. Like, her love language is roasting everyone. Thus, we all just roast her back.
Uh-huh.
And I feel bad because I feel like people walk in, they don't realize.
Yeah.
It's just a weird love language. It's fine, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So, if you could recommend a book that you didn't pick as your favorite that you read this week, what would it be?
Hold on. I got to go pull up the dang list.
I don't have to do that. Mine is Her Soul to Take.
No,
It's-
not the one
That
that,
was
you
your
said
favorite, though.
before. One of the other
A
ones. you
different
read.
one. You have to recommend a different
I
one.
don't have a different one.
You didn't like anything else you read?
No, they're all 3 stars.
Jesus.
I read
the
the
wheel.
only one I liked. Well, they were all 3.5 or 3, and then one was a 4. But
And what was the 4-star?
It was the third Immortals After Dark. I still vote for the one that I said a minute ago. That one's the best book. I don't agree with the way I have to do this, therefore I'm not doing it that way. I'm only talking about this book for the rest of time. Thank you.
Aima, don't you dare say Heather. She has built this hut that she has to live in,
That's right.
in which we all throw flames.
I think
stones
for
at
me,
her.
it would be Immortals After Dark. Wicked Deeds on a Winter's Night is where I got pulled in. So I would say Immortals After Dark would be my recommendation.
I'm not going to go with the Sai Chainzing series because I have not shut up about that at all for the last 6 months. So
I'm glad
that's just a given.
I don't.
But I really liked Burn by Suzanne Wright, and I also reread Sanguine by Sierra Simone, which is her vampire short story set in the Whitsundays here in Australia. So I like that one, and that's a vampire and an ex-priest who was an ex-vampire hunter.
That one was really fun. I read that this week.
Yeah.
I somehow missed it. It came out, and I was like, "Oh shit, I need to read that."
Oh, it came out in the Australia anthology last year after the bushfires, which
Yeah.
is the only book, which is the only short story I've read in that collection yet. And then it came out separately. I'm like, no, I'm going to reread that because that was fun.
Yeah, I bought it when it came out separate because I missed the bushfire book somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I need to do a weekend where I just read that anthology because I want to.
a lot of books. I'm going to recommend a webtoon. I will recommend The Maid and the Vampire, which I read on Manta, and I think you can Google and find some other sites that you can read it on because Manta's only like $3.99 for a month. Though you could read this, and you could read Under the Oak Tree, which is like my favorite right now. Yeah, have a good time.
Yeah,
But
I saw
that
the
one was
picture
fun.
you showed of that one, and I'm like, I need this. I need this more than I should admit.
But The Maid and the Vampire is interesting because what happens is she gets hit by a car and sent back to a parallel world where there's vampires and they all have dark hair, and she has dark hair. And they're like, "Oh, you're a vampire," and she gets sent to auction, and he buys her, and like he doesn't know how to deal with having feelings for her, and it's just very cute. And yeah, she's like his personal maid. They like fold origami cranes together at one point.
Aw, that's
Like
so
there's all these cute
precious.
things to do together, and he's just like trying to kind of protect her. It's very cute. Very quick read. Very cute. Highly recommend.
Nice.
All right, Laura, how about you?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What would be the book you would recommend that wasn't your favorite? Like, because your favorite, obviously, you would recommend.
My
So
second
what's your
favorite.
second? Mhm.
I did read Lothair, which Tamika said a few minutes ago. She was super. That was like one of her favorite IADs. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I do feel like he's growing on me more, like as I'm distancing myself from Lothair. But I'm going to recommend the book after Lothair, which I am blanking on the title because they all sound the same, all the titles. It's like Shadow's Claim. Because
Shadow's Claim.
In Shadow's Claim, the main character Treyhan, he's like so controlled, whereas a lot of the other main male characters are like in control, and then suddenly
Megan,
they, like,
get
lose
out of
control,
here.
but Treyhan never does.
Shadow's Claim is where I started my first ever Immortals After Dark read. You can definitely start there, and it's a very unique story and setting.
Yeah, it's different from all the rest so far.
There's 2 Dick Fight Island nights, all right? There's one on my channel on Tuesday. We're all reading it on the live. And then we're going to all go watch Thirsty Thursday on Dylan's channel at the end of the month.
So we can all talk about it, and you have to tell us who your favorite is and why, and you have to defend them. Because
Yes.
everybody's going to have, as Dylan would put it, a different daddy that they love. So you have to defend your daddy.
Good thing I've already downloaded that one. So
I mean, I'm
Love to-
probably possibly just going to buy it digitally here because of the
Yeah.
whole backlog of it to get it physically, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's been much more popular than the publisher thought it would be. We'll just put it that way.
I mean,
Nice.
Because people like me wouldn't shut up about it. I got everybody else to read it.
I get it. I get it. I also, that's one of those ones where I feel like you walk in the store and you see it and you're like, here we go. I'm gonna buy that because
I gotta
do you not? How do you not?
Yeah. It might not be.
Is it a surprise to realize that you have such a far reach, Shay?
No, not with this. A lot of people wouldn't have read Sweat and Soap if I hadn't stopped talking about it and things like that. Because it was such a weird concept in the beginning. Like people were like, he sniffs her? That's weird. And I'm just like, y'all, come on. It's fine. Yeah, with Dick Fight Island, it's easy to be sold by the cover. Let me go get it. I will show you.
Oh, I've got it if you want
Sold by the
to.
cover. I will show you.
And she's gone.
I posted a link, y'all, if anybody needs it.
I hope it's your affiliate link.
It is. I dropped that in there. So I guess I'll get a little revenue if you click on it, but if you don't want to click on it, that's fine too. I don't care. It's literally pennies, but I mean,
Okay.
bring it closer,
It's
Shay.
armored penis.
Just a little closer, Shay, so everyone can really
Right?
bask
Get
in the,
right up. Get it right up in
the
there.
armor.
Oh, we did-
armor.
What's with the giant like ring? Like as if it was like a target. Like what's?
Let's just say there's lube in there in his particular setup.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to
so
buy it.
excited to read this on Tuesday. It's just gonna be me cackling.
Honestly, like it's amazing. I love it so much.
Oh, thanks, Tracy.
It'll be one of those.
It's finally
I'll have
arrived.
to. I'll have to buy it, and then I'll just have to be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one where you read in the privacy of your own home. You do
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
read
you
it
don't take this
public.
out of the house.
If I buy it digitally, I don't have to hide it from Baby Tones.
That's what I was thinking. Is maybe I cancel my physical and I just buy it digital. That way,
When we
I don't
are
know.
not on stream, I will show you guys panels that will make it worth it.
I just debate like, is it worth people seeing it on my books?
Zoom in on the goodies.
I vote that
I
everyone-
have to do that later. Kayla, I'll send you a link later to join us, and I can do that. Heather, do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna pull a fund
My
together. We're all
mom
gonna buy
actually-
Heather the $6.29 digital.
well, my mom and I share an Amazon account, so I really
Oh,
want
maybe
her
not.
seeing this.
Yeah, you might want a physical copy.
She'll see it in the order history.
I mean, maybe get your own Amazon account for a moment.
Yeah, just for like one quick purchase.
Use your partners.
Yeah.
Like, do you have your own login? Cool,
Yeah.
thanks.
And then I wonder what kind of recommendations he'll get after that. Not my problem. Not my problem.
What did you put, Mika?
What's your email, Laura?
Me? You want me just to declare it? Well, guess what? It's actually Laura's library card at Gmail.
Wow. Shocking that that's it. Oh God, Tamika.
Why are you alarmed, Heather? It's just fun.
Oh, Amazon does have an option to hide what you buy. But like she and I share a login, so she could theoretically go to the like archived
Oh.
things. I mean, I don't think she knows how to do that, but
Oh, so even if someone like sends it to you, they're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
no, well, no. Like if you send it to Laura's library card, she doesn't have that access to my email.
Did you just
Did you just
That-
buy me
seriously,
something?
if you're reading Alien and Omegaverse,
Yeah.
like this is tame compared to that. Because it's like weirdly naive and innocent at the same time. Like it's really weird to say that unless you've read it, but like
Actually, Heather, have you read Strange Love by Anne Aguirre? Because that has a really nice hero.
that would be a good one right
And
now.
it's a- that's
actually,
a-
for her
that's a-
mood.
yeah, that's a fun story.
put it in
Yes. And
the
it's Alien.
comments and I'll highlight it so anybody watching back could.
I was
could
just
see
hearing
it
about
as
that
well.
author, not like someone else just recommended that author to me.
I love
Anne
Strange
Aguirre.
Love. I need to read the next one, but
Yeah, same. I really, really enjoyed that when I read
did
it.
you put it in chat stuff? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Okay. I was like, it's not there, but now it's there.
Mhm. There you go, Heather. We have redeemed you.
I feel like all the lines in the sand that people draw, it just keeps shifting. That's the thing about
That's
sand.
right.
Mhm.
What's a line? You can get me to read anything for a 24-hour vlog. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Give me a weird theme
Look.
and I will take off.
Let's
Take
be
off
real.
with
If
it.
someone gives me a weird shifter story, and this time around it was tentacle shifters, I will read it because why the hell wouldn't I?
I mean, I still need to read Tiffany Roberts, who does like all the tentacle
Mm,
shifters.
Yeah.
mhm.
Well, I think this was one that I think it was on the Faded Mates podcast. They were trying to find it. I'm like, you know, what is 120 pages? Let's just read it.
Tentacle shifter meaning like octopus,
Octopus.
man?
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
hi.
Yeah.
That's the whole time. Yes. Come on.
It's like last
She's
time we had
jumping
one,
at
there
me.
was a koala shifter, and I'm just like, that's weird.
Well, the Zoe Indiana series had the turkey shifter
The turkey shifter.
and the bat shifter. I was like, I'm in. All right.
Yep.
Oh, bye.
Hi, peas.
The inevitable guess.
Mhm. I'm really surprised.
I mean, is
one of mine
there-
hasn't popped up on my desk yet?
Is intimacy happening with Octopus Man, or is he just over there being an octopus, or she?
Oh no, he's the
They,
hero
whoever.
of the story.
Right? But I mean, like,
Yeah.
like, is
Hey,
there
Laura,
sexy
you
times
need to
with
go look at
tentacles?
Katie Roberts' Twitter account or what
Yeah.
we posted in the Discord and go look at that. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one doesn't have octopus, but I'm just saying it'll give you a feel. Well, no,
Is that,
the one
is that her
octopus.
Kraken one?
Yeah, the Kraken one.
Yeah.
It'll
Okay.
give
There
a
you go.
feel.
Yeah.
Kayla puts it simply. They bang.
They bang.
You don't have to think too hard about it. It just happens.
And now all of a sudden the She Bangs song is like playing through my head. So there you go.
Can you not knock my cup over? Thank you.
She said, "No, mom.
It's
You
okay.
can do whatever you want."
All right.
Literally.
Anything else, my friends?
I don't think so.
I think we've done it. Well, thank you to everybody who participated. It was so much fun. I loved how casual this round felt. Like, I felt like it was just really easy breezy. That's why I liked the 8 days because, you know, it was just if you had a day where you didn't read, it was fine and everybody was good. So, anyways, Kayla, I will DM you a link so you can see the panels if you want the close-up goodies. And I will remember everybody is linked down below in the Google Doc. So make sure you're subscribed to everybody if you're not. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
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 Bye.